feeling okay, when you are not comfortable with who or what's around you, or if you feel like anxiety is taking over you, or you're getting a panic attack, say something. There's a stigma that needs to be broke, as we as youths need to say something. We are the future of our country, and something must be said for us.
Keep walking,
I come home from a long, hard year at school. Tired, but I can't study that. I have to wash the waves, look after the 3 children, and I don't know where mom's went. I can't forget I have 2 tests tomorrow. I can't talk to somebody about the same. If I talk to someone, mommy would say I'm telling people she built you. She does say I'm a therapist. Child therapy for what? You have bills to pay? You have children to mind? Caribbean people don't need no therapy. Other generation just too slow. From tomorrow in school, Miss might ask me a question and I might be too tired to answer. Then she will class me as rude. But Miss don't understand. Nobody understands. It's not just my generation. I'm just not too sore. I have stress too. School not as easy, and my friends, they pressure me. I have a right to relax, to not be under pressure so much all the time. To talk to somebody, if only you all would understand.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Oh, outside. Okay. Yes, madam.
Yeah, right. You don't see. Because I feel tough.
I would like to tell you my heart in just one word, and I need you to understand how much I need to be heard. The burdens of life can make us drift so far, consume us with so much pain we forget who we are. But we have love, we have power, we have hope, we are the future. We have peace. Let's stay together. We have joy. As long as we have each other, we have love. As long as we have each other, we have love. As long as we have each other, we have love.
When they come in, you see about 3 of them here right now. That is starting.
So we have a Jimmy. He just wanted to ask, see if he could ask a few questions about the people.
Sure.
Sure. So we're gonna go see our people.
Where,
So
where you want to start?
you want first people are on the back.
The back?
Hi, my name is Tommy. I'm a nurse. I'm a aspiring artist, young artist. I'm 17 years old, and this is one of my pieces. This is the Paho Youth Mental Health Initiative, and me and a bunch of other youth artists developed pieces for this exhibition here today. This is my first piece. It's supposed to be a reflection of how we feel inside, a reflection of how emotions are for us. It shows about lot of faces in the background to show emotions that are hidden behind our face. And it uses the use of the mirror in the background to show that it's a reflection of what is going on in the mind. This is my second piece. It's a further expansion on that. I wanted to show a little more chaos
I agree. And the way children are treated, roof over our heads closed,
traumatic, so
fine,
that I can
was like,
express
this happy, yes, but the best I just keep to myself.
express
A
some
dark
sort
break will have us
of
over me.
harmonious
Restructure
level
size, but yes, still I can hide that I'm not okay.
mental
Some you say
struggle and mental health problems that we hide behind each other.
we had by someone else. We live in a
And
modern era where social media can help.
thank you.
Okay, so I have 3 pieces so far that I did for the exhibition, which are these 3 as you can see. The first one I did was the seed of the mind. So it depicts the mind as a little seed that we have. And this seed eventually grows into a tree. And this tree is our emotions, our memories that are created with every step we take in our lives. As you can see, the colors that we have here show happiness, sadness, anger, hatred, love, kindness. These are all grown from our mind. And if we nourish our mind enough, this tree grows into something tremendously impeccable, something that we would never imagine in our entire lives. And it shows that with our mental health, we need to care for our mind enough and make this tree grow and grow into something that would be better for us, better for our lives, and better for our community and for our entire world. Okay, so the next one is the cosmic galaxy of our mind. This one, when I was doing it, was really interesting because of the fact that I didn't know what to do with it. I had a vision for it, but it was so confusing as to how to put it onto a canvas. But as you can see, it came out as exactly what I wanted it to be, and it shows how a person, our entire face, shows what we are. We can even hide it as much as we want to, but it eventually shows into the world. So with the blue, it shows our sadness. It shows a sense of vulnerability. It shows that, as a person, sometimes we hide these feelings. Sometimes we try to bundle it up into a little jar. But eventually, this flows into the universe. It flows into the world. And with the happiness, it shows that sometimes in our lives, there are pieces of happiness that, helps us with our journey in life. And it flows like a river into this galaxy that we are forced to be put into. And being able to nourish that entire river into what we want it to be. And so the next one I have here is the mind power. The mind power is really interesting actually, because it shows how our mind is something so powerful, so interesting, so intricate, that we can see that it has this calmness that we hold inside of it, but we don't really let it expand into what we want it to be. And then there's the color outside. This mind cracks into that color, the color that's the world, and our emotions are expanded through it. It shows that even though the mind is this small little thing in the universe, it shows that color can also be expanded with it. These cracks are created by the mind. I'm Ambika Prasad from the mental health group.
Hi, my name is Naomi Wilson, and I'm here to show you my pieces. This piece is titled The Journey. It shows the sojourn of overcoming struggles and hardships, and even though you could start in a really dark place, it shows that from that you can progress into the light. Even with the bumps and hardness in the road, you could still come to a better place than you were before and grow as a person. This piece is titled The Mind Bloom. It shows the inner blossoming of someone's inner power and inner strength and creativity. The white mannequin represents a canvas where the flowers, which shows the mind power and the creativity blooming out, and even with the black mask, which represents the skin hiding some of it, you know that you could still show yourself through everything. This piece is titled The Power of the Mind, and it shows a black silhouette emerging colors straight out of its head and its mouth, showing that even from a person who could start in darkness and is unsure of themselves, they could still express themselves in any possible way showing. The colors represent the creativity and the power and the thoughts, and even through all of it, you could still become a better person than you were before. Thank you.
Hi, I am Josiah Adolphus. I am 16 years old and I am very passionate about mental health. As someone who struggles with their mental health issues, I know how it is hard sometimes to see the brighter side of the picture. But as you can see from my piece, this star represents that there's always hope. No matter what you may be feeling in the moment, there will always be hope shining through. No matter the negativity you may be facing, there's always a brighter side to your future.
Are you the artist? Yeah? Tell me more. Tell me. Wonderful. Yeah.
In this project because there is a social stigma and taboo around mental health throughout the Caribbean, and it's time that the youths take action to break this stigma to benefit all youths in the Caribbean. Incorporating the arts into mental health helped a lot because through talent we were able to portray the actual reality of the issue of mental illness that takes place within youths, not only adults. A message I would like to send to young persons like myself about mental health is that it's okay to be suffering from mental illness, and through bravery and speaking up you will get over it, and you are strong and brave and you can take on any challenge in the road.
I myself suffered with mental health issues and I wanted to share that that we can get through this together. Even though you may be in the middle of this hard time, you can always get through it because there are always people to help you. Incorporating art helps because art is a way for me to feel better. Even if it was for a few hours, it helps me and I know it can help others, because on canvas we can see what we cannot describe. So I know that can help me and it will help you as well.
hostess for this afternoon's proceedings. I would like to invite you to stand for the national anthem and invite the wonderful voice, Miss Marge Blackman, to lead us in song and remain standing just for some positive energies after. So you want to come to the, or you want to hold it? Okay.
Good day to all. Forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race finds an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race finds an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
I thought we would join in, but I guess nobody wanted to dare to accompany Miss March. They were supposed to join in. So we give thanks and praise for this day, for life, for health, for strength, for the talent. Oh, Mr. Garcia, please come forward. For the talent of these beautiful young people. We are grateful for the blessing of this project, for the blessing of all the people who have supported it and continue to support it. And we ask for blessings on all of us gathered here, traveling mercies on those on the way, and for those as you head back home this afternoon. So thank you, and please be seated. Alderman Dr. Ferry Hussain, Deputy Mayor of San Fernando, Ms. Ashvini Nath, Manager of the Mental Health Unit, Ministry of Health, Mr. Anthony Garcia, Technical Advisor, Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, members of the Adolescent Mental Health Youth Committee and their parents, guardians, Ms. Marge Blackman, writer of the theme song, We Have Love, and passionate supporter of the Adolescent Mental Health Project, and her son, who's by her side always. Representatives of the Art Society, if they're here, of any other government organizations, if they're here. Members of the media, very grateful for your presence. Ladies and gentlemen, friends. We are here this afternoon to launch another phase of the Adolescent Mental Health Project. It has been a journey that started at the beginning, almost at the beginning of this year, and it has culminated, as you see, in all of this wonderful artwork. But I don't think that you really need to hear it from me, so I would like to invite Ms. Ambika Prasad, who was there from the very beginning, just to share a few brief words with you on her experience of this project. So please welcome her warmly. Ambika. I expect nothing less from the manager of the mental health unit. Thank you so much. So today is about the young people. So we think it's important for you to hear from them. And so I would love to invite now Mr. Josiah Adolphus, one of our long-standing committee members as well, to address you. Please welcome him warmly.
Hi, good day everyone. I am Josiah Adolphus. What can I say about this wonderful experience? It was just so amazing from the start because I remember being a child rights ambassador, they told us about it and I was like, is this for me? Because in the past months I was going through lots of mental health struggles and art was a way that I could cope. So hearing about this right after that was a little weird because how is this so perfectly tailored to youth and to me? So I was excited. Every month I would check to see if they accepted me. And when I finally got that email, I was just so happy. I would run and tell my mom, oh my gosh, I got through. And from the first day, it was just so amazing. It wasn't like one or two, it was a lot of young people who have gone through similar experiences. And it's just good to hear everybody's different experience and how they cope. And Auntie Dara and Miss Kia were always there with us, whether it be through those stretches, which were at first a little weird, but then the more you did it, it was actually to help us to become more free, more loose, become more all-rounded people. And well, when we started the art, I was ready because I was like, yes, let's do this. And the people from the Art Society was a big help because yes, I could think my art is good, but their critique and their help would help us elevate our art into a new series of amazingness. So this experience has been just so wonderful, and to meet all these wonderful children and wonderful adults who share the same view on mental health and how it is important and crucial to us, it's just wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Josiah. I've acquired about 20 something more children. As part of my introduction to the next speaker, I want to continue to make a plug for the full integration of the arts into the way that we teach, parent, and manage our society. Our next speaker is someone who I know is passionate about young people, about education, and about making education make sense. He's currently the technical advisor at the Ministry of Youth, Development and National Service. He is Mr. Anthony Garcia, so please welcome him to the podium to bring a few remarks to you.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairman. Alderman Dr. Farai Hussein, Deputy Mayor of San Fernando, Dr. Erica Wheeler, PAHO WHO County Representative, Trinidad and Tobago, Ms. Ashville Babal, Manager Mental Health Unit, Ministry of Health, members of the Adolescent Mental Health Youth Committee, and their parents, their guardians. Kwashiba Lafleur, founder, Deaf Care Support Network, and passionate supporter of the AMH project. Marge Blackman, writer of the theme song and passionate supporter of the AMH project. Representatives of the Art Society of Trinidad and Tobago, representatives of UN organizations, representatives of government organizations, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, friends, well-wishers. I take great pleasure in being here with you this afternoon to deliver some remarks on behalf of Minister Foster Cummins. Minister Cummins, because of his very tight schedule, is unable to be here this afternoon, and therefore I am here to fill that slot. This afternoon, I'm told, is all about young people. And some of you might be wondering why an elderly person like me is addressing young persons. I can tell you that I just love to be among young persons. I've been a teacher for most of my adult life. I've been interacting with young persons, and only on Wednesday I was at the Auditorium Stadium, where there were thousands of young persons witnessing that football game, Fatima College versus St. Benedict's. So being among young people makes me very comfortable. And therefore today, I readily accepted the invitation of the minister to be here on his behalf to address you. Ladies and gentlemen, young people, as you are aware, the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, sometimes referred to as MYDNS, is mandated to advance the youth development agenda in this country, Trinidad and Tobago. As a result, our ministry is always pleased to partner with key stakeholders such as the Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, and the World Health Organization, WHO, on initiatives that are closely aligned to our National Youth Policy 2020 to 2025. More specifically, this mental health exhibition is linked to Pillar 5 of this policy, which emphasizes, and I quote, accentuating holistic youth health and well-being. In developing our national youth policy, the young people of Trinidad and Tobago acknowledge that while psychosocial support was available, many of them did not access these services. So it is very appropriate that PAHO has an initiative that appeals directly to young people and speaks openly of the importance of adolescent mental health. Recently, studies by WHO have found that one in 7 10 to 19-year-olds, or those of adolescent age, experience mental health conditions, accounting for 13% of the global burden of disease in this age group. Yet, these mental health conditions remain largely unrecognized and untreated. Furthermore, statistics gathered from a recent study conducted by the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, revealed that the ongoing global COVID-19 pandemic has had and continues to have a significant impact on the mental health of adolescents and, by extension, young persons in Latin America and the Caribbean. It is the responsibility of those in authority to ensure that the appropriate measures are in place to protect this vulnerable group from adversely through the promotion of social emotional learning and the psychological well-being, and ensure their success in mental health care. In this light, the Ministry of Youth Development and the National Service continues to seize every opportunity to partner with key stakeholders like PAHO and the WHO to develop policy programs and initiatives that are aimed at strengthening young people's capacity to regulate emotions, enhancing alternatives to risk-taking behaviors, building resilience for managing difficult situations and adversely, and promoting supportive social environments and social networks. Thus, these initiatives, such as today's Adolescent Mental Health Exhibition, which encourages young persons to harness their creative passions as a means of managing their mental health are quite commendable. Just a few days ago, the Honorable Minister and members of his executive team visited the Adolescent Mental Health exhibition in Port of Spain, and the Minister was truly impressed by the quality of work exhibited. Thus, he ensured that the MYDNS was present at this afternoon's event. I am therefore pleased to be given this opportunity to witness with so many of my colleagues and our young persons. Ladies and gentlemen, young persons, you would be pleased to know that this administration has taken a whole of government approach to combating issues affecting our young population. And mental health is no different, as this national project brings together private and the public sectors from the educational, health, and the creative spaces. Thus, it would be remiss of me not to make this opportunity to acknowledge some of the persons who have been in the forefront of this initiative, like Ms. Erica Wheeler, PAHO WHO representative, and her team for leading this charge. Your work and your commitment to positive youth development have not gone unnoticed. We thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as I close, once again on behalf of the Honorable Foster Cummins, Minister of Youth Development and National Service, and by extension, our ministry, we wish you great success in your endeavors, both present and the future. And we look forward to great collaborations as we continue to nurture and develop the young people of this nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Garcia, for those heartfelt words. And I think it is important to talk about the resilience of young people, because young people face so much on a daily basis in their families, in their personal lives, in the society. So us supporting them, building that resilience is really critical. And also it is important for us to spread this project as wide as possible. So that is why we really wish to say thanks to the Deputy Mayor of San Fernando for being here and for the support from the San Fernando City Corporation. And we'd like to invite now Ferry Hossain, Deputy Mayor of San Fernando, to address us. Please welcome her warmly.
Good morning all. Ms. Ashvini Babal, Manager of the Mental Health Unit, Ministry of Health. Mr. Anthony Garcia, Technical Advisor, Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. Members of the Adolescent Mental Health Youth Committee and their parents and guardians. Kishiba Lafleur, founder of the Deaf Support Network and passionate supporter of the Adolescent Mental Health Project. Marge Blackman, writer of the theme song and passionate supporter of the Adolescent Mental Health Project. Other specially invited guests and members of the media. It is indeed a pleasure to bring greetings on behalf of the San Fernando City Corporation, His Worship the Mayor, Alderman Junior Agrello, and other members of Council. And I must say, it is a privilege to be present here today. As local government representatives, we noticed that since the COVID-19 pandemic, there was a greater incidence of mental health conditions in all populations, including the adolescent population. Additionally, an increase in negative behaviors in adults, such as angry, aggressive, reckless driving, and substance abuse, which could potentially contribute to anxiety and other conditions in young children and adolescents with frequent exposure. In light of our observations, we initiated education drives through our public health department earlier this year. As a medical doctor, I have seen on countless occasions the effects of mismanaged stress on adolescents. A few years ago, while working at the emergency department, around the time approaching C exams, I recall repeatedly seeing standard 5 students presented for attempted self-harm or suicidal ideations. The stress that adolescents feel around that time and in more recent years, coupled with other factors such as the exposure from the white light from their devices, which can interfere with sleep patterns, withdrawal from the constant use of devices, and the harmful content on social media, lack of time spent outdoors getting fresh air and exercise, and poor diet with the increase in the availability of fast food further contribute to poor mental health. I recall another adolescent child presenting to me at the general practice clinic for decreased appetite. She had a bandana tied around her neck, and she was also wearing long sleeves. I knew something was not right, and intuitively that I would see signs of self-harm under her sleeves. She had convinced her grandmother that she had gotten injuries from the fence outside. In these challenging times, it is not unusual for parents and guardians to miss or ignore telltale signs as they are busy working and trying to provide for their families. It is in this context that avenues such as art, which inspire creativity, encourage expression, and improve emotional intelligence of this vulnerable population are undoubtedly necessary. At the San Fernando City Corporation, we are grateful for the opportunity to be part of this venture and to facilitate this exhibition in our city. We will continue to implement and support all initiatives aimed towards managing mental health in all populations, even though today we focus on the adolescent population. And I must commend the adolescents for their involvement and active participation and for their willingness to learn, to grow, and succeed. Let us all continue to strive together for better mental health in communities, the various regions, and by extension, our country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor. And thank you for your support. And we look forward to the City Corporation encouraging schools and youth groups and so on to come and see the exhibition. So that was our last speaker for this afternoon. But before the talented Marge Blackman and members of our Adolescent Mental Health Committee to come and perform the song, I would just like to say that these types of launches are about marking a space, staking a claim, and saying to the rest of the country that we are here. A big part of this exhibition is about helping young people to be seen, to be heard, to be understood. And these are the words that you hear in this song, We Have Love, which I have to say came out of interactions between Marge and Nival Chetilal, who is the other singer. He's not here with us today, but they both will be there with us in Tobago on the 19th, so we're inviting you to come. But that song and all of these works, everything that you see, was as a result of the process of pulling out, talking, discussing, and really digging deep to understand what is going on with the young people and listening to them. And that is important. So we really want to continue this process of listening and sharing. A lot of people support this project. We heard about PAHO, WHO, UNDP, UNICEF, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, San Fernando City Corporation, Office of the Prime Minister, very early on. They supported us with getting some of the names of the ambassadors. Nalis has come on board as a supporter. So in Tobago, we will be at the Scarborough Library. Horizons, all the framing of the artwork was done by Horizons at Gallery at very reasonable costs. And the easels and so on, they have supported us with that. And we have an amazing team. We have Chad, our photographer. We have our videographer who is not here today. Everybody has just been really, really supportive. I want to acknowledge also Kia and the rest of my team who have been there as well supporting. So it is important to say thank you because we don't have unlimited funds, and so everything that we have been able to achieve has been because people are so moved by this project. So we want to say thank you, and thank you to the staff at this wonderful facility for supporting us as well and helping this afternoon to go smoothly. And I also want to ask you to sign our visitors book. So leave your comments, leave your messages of encouragement, and you could also feel free to email us as well. We would like to put your comments up on the Ministry of Health's webpage and share it on social media and so on. So whatever you write, make sure that you don't mind it being seen. I think that is it from me for now. I just want to say thank you to the talented and wonderful Marge Blackman for her sensitivity and her intuition in writing this piece. Everybody who hears it, they are immediately so moved by it. So you are blessed, you are gifted. Thank you so much. And her lovely son by her side. And to Nival, who is not here, also such a beautiful person who came and worked with the young people doing voice work and all of that. So without further ado, and I would like to ask you all to remember to invite your network to come and see the exhibition. I will be here during the week next week, and if any parents or guardians or anyone from our team would like to volunteer to be here to interact with the public, that you're welcome to do so. So I'd like to invite now Marge. Or are there any questions from the audience? Anybody wants to say anything before we close? Because that's it for us this afternoon. No? Okay. So I'd like to invite Marge and the young people who are here from our committee to come up and do this song. All right? So I'm seeing Tommy, I'm seeing Ejene. So come on, don't be shy. Are you using this mic?
Take it out?
Yeah. This one, right?
Pleasant good afternoon to all. So while we're taking a minute to get organized, I just want to thank Dara so much for inviting me to be a part of this project. It's an honor. It's an honor to be a part of movements such as this because music is such a powerful tool. It's such a powerful tool and plays such an important role in the minds and hearts of our young people. As artists, we tend to forget sometimes the power of words, especially through music and melody. So it is an honor for us as artists to be a part of directing the mind and hearts of the young people to a better future. So it's beautiful souls to be a part of this project. I really just sat with them and felt the energy and felt everything that they were feeling. And I can't even say I wrote the song. They spoke through me, and this is what we came together and sang. Alright? So before the track, we just start the track just to get the melody. Okay, so before we sing on the track, I always like to incorporate everybody that was here. Just to move it. So we're going to do an acoustic version, so make sure you understand the words. The song is really an affirmation of self-talk, what you tell yourself every day. So I just want to invite you to join me in my opinion, the most important part of the song. So it's like a call and response. I say, we have love, we have power, we have hope, we are the future, we have peace, let's stay together, we have love, oh, as long as we have each other, we have love, as long, we do that again, we have love, we have power, we have hope, we are the future, we have peace, let's stay together, we have joy, whoa, as long as we have each other, we have love. So whenever you hear that part of the song, you know that's your part. Let's go. As long as we have each other, we have love. As long as we have each other. As long as we have each other, we have love. I would like to tell you my heart in just one word. And I need you to understand how much I need to be heard. The burden of life can make us drift so far. Consume us with so much pain, we forget everyone said. We have love, we have power, we have hope, we are the future, we have peace, let's stay together, we have joy, as long as we have each other, we have love, as long as we have each other, we have love, as long as we have each other, we have We need you to walk with us as we find our way. We need you to listen to all that we have to say. Your guidance and love will help us reach the stars. And will remind us to never forget how precious we are. We have love, we have love, we have power, we have power, we have hope, we are the future, we have peace, let's stay together, we have joy, as long as we have each other, we have love, as long as we have each other, we have love, as long as we have each other, we have love, as long as we have each other, we have love, as long as we have each other, we have love, as long as we have each other, we have Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think we could do better than that. Come on, it's March Blackman we have here. Come on, come on. So ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our little ceremony, just to mark the space And we want to invite you to view the exhibition, enjoy the video. We will be sharing the video to all of you. We just need to make some tweaks to it, just to make it perfect. And you will be seeing and hearing from us. Next stop is Tobago from the 19th of November to the 26th of November. So you're welcome to come, and we are going to be launching at 1:30 on the 19th of November. So you're welcome to be part of that launch as well. All right, so thank you very much. Get home safely. We have coffee and tea and so on outside, so wet your throat and be safe. Thank you very much. Blessings.
Get through this together. Even though you may be in the middle of this hard time, you can always get through it because there are always people